Well, I mean, guys, I am back with another video, episode 2 of dealing with Mikadono sisters is a breeze. It's hard to say, isn't it? I'm just saying Mikadono sisters. So, you get point across and easy to talk about. So yeah, turns out episode 3 came out today, I completely forgot. So, there's one more episode to review today. So, let me talk about the time difference between the previous video and now. I got a little lazy. I took a break to eat my food. I ordered, but I completely forgot to do the video after that. I got lazy. So, yeah. So, this is a pretty good series, good comedy. Children Sunday is really going to kick off again in 2026. Because we're finally getting an adaptation of Rumiko Takahashi's Mao. Finally. It's one of the most popular series. And the first new Rumiko Takahashi manga to have a season format. Since it was a Yatsu and Rama Half remakes don't count, they're remakes. And Yashahime is also a sequel. So that doesn't count either. No, wait, that actually goes to Ridne. Or Rine. I can't pronounce it. I read a bit of Mao, actually. A few chapters. Pretty good. After Takahashi's were using some dynamics she used. But Inuyasha. Time traveling girl meets a mysterious person in the past. They definitely take elements with the two characters' relationship. With the female character being a time traveler, similar like Kogomi in Inuyasha, but done in different ways. And the animation looks amazing. Whoever's animating it really knows their stuff. So there's David Dutchers and they did the Yosei Yatsura remake. And Mappa's coming animated in the Rama Half remake. It's half. Stop saying one half. I'm sick of that. You Americans are fucking weird. Anyway, let's get this video. So we continue where we left off with you on a call with the Mr. Mikadono. He can help his daughters out in Roblox. Only then they will truly grow close as a family bond. They open up to him. So after that call, you thinks about it. It's really cool, but how can he help? Well, he's basically mediocre and stuff. Stupid spots. So, but he does decide to try. With that though, he needs to get to their hearts. Basically, make both of them eat dinner together. They will talk. So he buys ingredients and starts making food. Neo's coming back. Kind of surprised that he was there. She's gotta get used to having another person live with them. he's making food from vegetable and stuff. Saying he won't get to have that. Girls are pretty standoffish, aren't they? They go to the room. Neil's also come home. So, Mikadono thinks about it. She's basically not really like. She wants to decide what she puts in her body. So she's almost abused meals with other people, including Maze. But Kira honestly gets the better of her, and she decides to go take a peek. Sees how balanced the meal looks. So new shows up explaining how he made it, specific to her tastes. Oh yeah, I forgot that happened. Recently, I saw this on TikTok on Elmo, the official Elmo Twitter account, has been hacked. Yeah, I've been hacked recently, making an account to say offensive words. That's just not funny. Don't put those words in a character, mate. That's a strict icon for children. That's just wrong and disgusting. Jesus, fucked up, innit? Some people will play a sick joke with a classic character like Elmo. Even I grew up with Elmo, just not in Sesame Street. Yeah, my experience with the character was in Elmo's world. I guess Sesame Street started airing in the UK by the time I was a kid. I don't know why. Maybe because it could compete with other popular shows like Sooty. Or something, I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I'm sorry, I got off topic. Where was I? She ends up trying. Anyway, Nico ends up trying the meal, and she says it's not bad. Meanwhile, as a kid kills herself. Luckily, you also made some with her specific taste as well. And our two sisters end up teasing each other. They like family shared the scene. Kazuki comes home. Well, she basically refuses. A bit harsh too. It's both made by someone who's basically talentless and stuff. And you can tell Nico gets a little pissed at that. She understood that you put a lot of hard work into that to cater to their tastes. So she decides to eat her portion. Sean? I'm starting to go a little fond of him. I like that. Shows that I'm starting to get a little more acquainted with him. So who do you think he's going to end up with by the end of the story? And just know your comments. I say my vote's on Nico. Mainly because of her voice actress. I like that actress. But still. This episode sort of centers around Kazuki. At least focuses on her around the second half. Instead of the first half. So, yeah, you does attend. Oh, blah, blah. helped Ted to try him again, but again denied. That's what he's doing. It's about school. So he starts to seek advice from the other sisters. After trying and failing to get to talk to Kazuki. I guess she hasn't got up a lot. Kazuki. So it goes to Nico, but that does not work well. He has gone to Miwa. Ends up seeing a bit alone, kind of like alone in class. Well, she's alone, but not there are people in the class, but she's sitting alone in the stand. No one's talking to her. I guess you can. She doesn't say it. It's pretty obvious she doesn't. She actually feels a little lonely. Wants someone to talk to, even with, just for you to have a friend. People look up to these girls because of their talents and stuff. And that puts pressure on them. Don't be talented. Don't put pressure on them. Allow them to be normal people as well. They allow to like what they like, but also, I'm just saying, shows the dark side of people. Anyway, I could finally, after a bit of a chase, you finally catches up to me, good to all, kid. It's not kind of like Isabel too, just in a different sense. About a loser. Sorry, my eyes itchy. I don't want to rub it so much like that, because last time I couldn't open it for. I at least had to keep it closed, because if I open it, I just felt something. I just had to open. So just to sleep for a little bit, it managed to go, but so sorry, it took days for that to heal. It's a little annoying, got itchy eye. Hey. Anyway, Mima does give a hint. She says that when they were free, when she was free, when Katsuki was free, she asked their mother, to make a meal specifically for her, and she was happy about it. Please, you impressed and scared how Mia was able to remember beds back when they were free yet when Katsuki was like 3 years old. She was younger than that. And we don't know the specific ages. It isn't revealed what these sisters' ages are. I assume Katsuki might be the oldest due to her height. More young boy-like appearance. She reminds me of another character, but that was more of a proper comedy. Kashima in Nozaki-kun. It's one of my favourite Shogakukan manga. It's one of my favourite Square Enix series. I just watched Bound on Netflix one day, watched it and enjoyed it. I'm lucky there's a DVD and Blu-rays out there. But it was even a re-release version that came out. Under a different company. I know, it's confusing. If you search up Monthly Ghost Nozaki-kun Blu-ray in the UK, you'll see quite 3 different Blu-rays released across the years. That's confusing, innit? Currently only has 1 season. And that's a dead-in-time manga and 12 episodes. I should get that read, actually. I really want to keep reading. Gen Shoujo Nozaki-kun. So, she just reminds me about Kashima, except Kashima's an idiot and hilarious. I mean, one of the top half, she looks like a boy, but she's a girl, obviously a girl, because she's wearing a little skirt for a uniform. It's a really good series too. You can find this series though. I recommend you give it a watch. Always read the manga, it's good. Anyway, what was I? Oh, the animal selection. So yeah. Anyway, that puts you in the right direction. Making food. Because he comes home and passes out. She also has a fever. But she's stubborn and stuff. So, you tries his best to give him food, but she gets rejected every time. Yeah, he's getting pissed about it. I mean, why she's stubborn. Because she's basically top one of the royal. She has to be perfect. She doesn't want to be seen as flawless. She doesn't want to be seen. She wants to be seen as flawless and perfect. That's not a good mindset. And after a few tries to try, you ends up so good by helping her practice her acting skills. I'm out. You is crap at it. He's just wooden. Even though he's son of an actress, he has none of her talent. And well, probably gibbering because he wants to. He understands that if people just get the solution with her, probably treat her the same he was treated, or not, or if not worse. So yeah, of him being kicked out every day after many of his performances being terrible. I've already mentioned in the previous episode that he inherited his mother's looks. But hey, he's a good chef. Learned a lot, made those degrees. So, and it took him a lot of hard work, so who knows, maybe being a cook is his talent. Just doesn't know it. Who knows? So after that, after that, well, and like she has to get out of bed, and just seeing you watching TV, taking notes. You know, he's dedicated, but he still ends up winning. And still winning the next day too, but she doesn't push him out this time. And he's expecting his efforts. So she ends up playing along, and he managed to get a good performance once. A little emotional to one line. That's the first thing he's ever did that. My guess is because he was trying to be too much like his mother because of the pressure and stuff. He couldn't. Maybe because of pressure, he couldn't act like his skills of winning and stuff. Not letting it flow naturally to him. And he said pressure can be bad. Maybe he does have talent, he just doesn't know it due to pressure. So, yeah. He's very excited about that part. Kazuki ends up agreeing to eat his food on one condition. And, well, multiple conditions, as she's actually basically a picky eater. Yeah. She doesn't want anyone to know that part. That's understandable, really, though. So, sometimes being picky is not... It's not bad to be picky, but... But you have to eat what you're given to sometimes in these situations. Like me, I'm not that picky. I like a few things, and I like what I like. What I like, and I don't like what I don't like. Like I don't like burgers with seeds in them. You know, seeded buns. I don't like Subway. I don't like subs. You know, Subway sandwiches. I mean, you know. But I never tried coffee or tea, so I can't comment on that. Like my taste has changed over the years too. Like stuff I used to like, I don't like now, and stuff I don't like more now I like. How am I always doing that? It's really interesting. I wonder how my eyes are doing that. Like, I'm not moving now, they're moving on their own when I do this. Sorry, so yeah, that's where that episode ends. And we get the ending. Should I say version 1 of the ending? Yeah, I suspected this when watching the episode, but looking on Twitter and stuff, it's one of the best episodes. It compares my suspicions. It's a it's a free version ending. That must be a lot of hard work to make 3 versions of one ending. Not much work Chainsaw Man did for its first season. And 13 different episodes while it's run. I'm not fucking joking on that one either. How the fuck are those morons doing? Sorry. So let's again focus on Kazuki. And I really like the animation. Sure, it's CG, using CG models, but it's done low bar. Really nice little shading and lighting and stuff. That makes it look really good. And it's getting reflected on Kazuki's character. I want to see how this relationship grows across the future. So, right. I forgot to mention about the opening too. I completely forgot about it. Oh, sorry. It's a good opening. Weird for this, it actually reveals their father's faces. Like, reveals Mr. Mikadono's face. Mikadono. It reveals Mr. Mikadono's face. Like, it was shallow in the previous episode, but they spoiled his. He didn't even appear in this episode, just his voice. And they showed his face. Shouldn't they do like a 2 version one? You know, to show his face shadowed? Then once his face is revealed, we could do an unshadowed version. It's not hard to do. Or just a bit of editing, it could work. So it's just baffling, though, it's small in the face. There seems to be another character that has not yet appeared. That one's going to be just as much of a pain as the Mikadono sisters. Who is she? I don't know yet. I don't think she appears in the next episode. I don't know, we'll see. So thank you guys for watching my content. Please if I want to see more, subscribe channel, like, share with the obvious because we see you guys in episode 3. And talk about channel in episodes 1 to 3. And not the Stone Science Future, part 2, episode 1. And Sakamoto Days, part 2, episode 1. And How to Game New Bay, episode 4. Help me. Kill Phoenix out.